Hey, recording has started. As always, I'm going to invite you to take a moment. We're just going to check in, tune in. If you can, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. We're going to get grounded. If you can notice your feet planted firmly on the ground, connecting with those roots. I'm going to invite you to put one hand on your heart, maybe one on your belly, whatever feels right to you. This might be the first time you've paused all morning, all day, wherever you may be tuning in from. We have people from all over tuning in. Maybe the first time all week, all year. Invite this stillness, the excitement in the air, taking a deep breath in through the nose, holding at the top and letting it go. Beautiful. Do another deep breath in through the nose. Another sip at the top and release. Beautiful. I'm going to invite one more deep cleansing breath in. This time, the intention is to be sinking deep into the heart on this third breath. Inhale, sipping at the top, maybe one more sip, expanding the chest and release. Beautiful. What will you have me say? What will you have me do? Where will you have me go? What will you have me say to whom? Okay, guys, time to party. Open your eyes. Oh no. Okay, so here's the deal with the waiting room. If you guys hop off and join back in, I'm going to be entertaining the chat. Oh, there's people jumping in. Okay, you guys are getting in. Good, good, good. Awesome. I'm probably not going to be able to keep adding people back in and out. I'm going to ask that you stay muted unless, oh, I just muted myself. Unless I invite you to unmute, okay? I'm going to be paying attention to the chats. This light is like blinding. Going to be paying attention to the chats on Zoom. That's how we're going to interact, or I may have you unmute. We'll see where spirit takes us today, okay? Okay, wonderful. Well, for those of you that have never been in this spot before, have never listened to a training with me, my name is Courtney King. I'm a metaphysical practitioner. I wear many, many different hats. I'm a mom to two, I'm married to my soulmate, and I created a business called Fuel My Soul. And Fuel My Soul has evolved over the years tremendously. Many of you have been here since the beginning of watching this manifestation unfold. So what I do is I create different experiences for miracles to unfold, from trainings to in-person workshops and retreats and online digital courses, any type of divine container we can immerse a like-minded community together. That is my passion. I also do many different forms of coaching. One of my greatest passions is to help teach others to turn their passions into their purpose. Okay, so I help your wildest, biggest dreams become your reality. The things that you are afraid to share with other people, I love helping you realize that those aren't just figments of your imagination. Okay, those are possibilities for you to be experiencing in your physical reality. And I love working with universal laws to help catapult you into those higher timelines. There's a reason why they're speaking to you. There's a reason why these callings are on your soul. And sometimes we have different limiting beliefs, whether it's thinking that one day and you think a lot of time has to pass or something has to shift in your external environment for this to become your truth, your physical experience. And I'm here to tell you that I'm working on my wording. Let's play with the idea for a little while that you don't have to wait. Okay? We're not saying anything is true. This is all just for fun. You're looking through a different lens with me for a little while. Okay? So If you guys have experienced Feel My Soul transformations before or have been a part of this journey, feel free to comment in the comment section. You can share your experiences if you would like. It's fun to be able to share those and see those. It can be something brief. You can share a specific story. It can be one word of the potency that you have experienced within these containers. I would love to be able to see those. Let's start elevating the energy and the frequency within this container. Okay, so I'm going to warn everyone, the side effect of being in my energy, okay? You're going to realize that you no longer need to settle, okay? That you can decide, that you can press play on receiving your desires now. So this is my disclaimer, okay? I'm seeing comments coming through. Oh, Beyond Earth, thank you, with my toddler. But I'll have my camera on. Perfect. I can't tell you how much I love seeing the little ones with the mamas, with the parents. I believe that our society needs to start shifting, and it needs to be allowed where we are doing this with them. So how amazing that your children get to be immersed within this energy, okay? Your energy is contagious, powerful, magical, fun. You got me out of the most toxic relationship ever. Ha, thankful for you, girl. Yeah. Sometimes when I'm telling Chad about what's going on, he's like, okay, so everyone's leaving this and that and what's happening. I'm like, it's all for the best. It's all for the highest good of all. Yay, yay. Wonderful. Okay. Yay. Thanks, you guys. Okay. We already know how emotional I can get. So so nothing is too good to be true, right? And your dreams are within reach for you. So today, what I'm excited to do, if you guys were a part of my world from the beginning, we've been doing this for years now. The game has changed, especially in the last year, little over a year, and it just keeps getting better and better. So I was introduced to a new modality that completely rocked my world in the best way. This modality is called RRT, and that is what I'm going to be sharing with you today. Many of you know how this works. I have about 40 pages of ideas and notes to share with you. We're going to go until it feels complete. Okay, so the recording will be available for you, and we're going to see how much magic we can take. This is a process. So what I used to do with containers is we would go through 3 different phases. There would be a recognize phase, a release phase, and either a rewire phase, basically. Okay, so now RRT is allowing me to collapse time and do that within 1 session. If you work with me as a private client, I'm guaranteeing that I will shift your shit. If not, I will give you your money back. That is how confident I am in my work. Okay, so what I'm doing today is I'm inviting you to view these concepts with me, okay? What we go over today, it's just a different view for a little while, okay? You don't have to believe in what I'm saying, okay? I'm not even saying what I'm saying is true. That is my full disclaimer, okay? We're just playing and having fun. It's just a different lens. Okay, so when I was at the point of finding RRT, like I said, this was just a year ago. So social media makes everything look butterflies, rainbows, and roses. Those of you that work with me know the behind the scenes of what's really going on. And I am trying to open up more of sharing the reality, right? Of life, the life going on. So I have truly tried it all that I've been introduced to for healing, and done it all. And most likely, I'll try and go back and forth on 2 cameras, but most likely I've done them more than once, okay? I'm almost willing to try anything twice, okay? When I discovered this modality, I had spent decades searching for answers, the magic pill, right? So how could I be doing so much healing and still feel so broken? Okay, I'm only talking about a year ago. It was impossible for me to loosen the grip of anxiety, the hold that it had over me. And I always had to be like in control of everything. I could never just be in the present moment. I was always somewhere else, okay? Worrying about the past, worrying about the future, whatever was going on, okay? Joy and peace were a completely total foreign concept to me. I was in the healing world, but to really, truly deeply immerse myself within a profound state of peace and clarity That was my goal. And that was something I felt so far away from. I honestly, truly wasn't sure if it was ever going to be possible in this lifetime for me. I'm like, maybe I'm just too type A. Maybe I'm just too bouncy and up in the cosmos. Maybe I'm not meant for that. So let me be your testimony of the transformation that can unfold. Okay. I really had it all, I would say. I had already mastered manifestation. The physical, right, the materialistic things. I was living in my dream house. I had manifested our lake house. Could not ask for a greater opportunity with my business with Fuel My Soul, working with my dream clients, have my babies, and something was still missing. It was still a numbness feeling. So the list of triggers were a mile long for me too, okay? So you can do all the things. I'm gonna look all of you now. You can do all the things. You can manifest every materialistic thing that you ever imagine, right? You can wait for someday. You can start now and you can eat clean. You can work out daily. You can attend retreats. You can spend thousands of dollars on supplements and healing sessions. And no matter what you do or how long you do it, you will never be free until you learn to rewire your mind. What is happening, what is taking place, your experience, it is not outside of you. It is not external. Some of you aren't going to like this, but I'm not sure. Remember, we're just using a lens. This is just a lens. If anything comes up that you're like, that's not true. Trust me, when I was first introduced to RT, I had never been so triggered in my entire life. It was basically someone dropped a nuke bomb on all the fucking work I had been doing. I'm like, but I've come so far. It's worked this much. I have released a lot of shit. It has worked, but not to exactly where I wanted to be. So just play with this for a little while. Maybe it's not even, we'll go into it. I want to tell the story in the flow. So then when I say this, maybe it's a little bit smoother delivery than right up front, just be like, no, that's not possible. Okay, we're playing with infinite possibilities. So right now, what mind is most likely programmed for is survival. We have two parts to our mind. Primal mind was created to survive in the jungle. Okay, when's the last time that you were chased by a literal lion? When is the last time you literally had to run for your life? Or bite something really hard? Okay, probably not in a while. Does anyone have jaw pain? Does anyone sleep with jaw tension? Okay, our nervous system is highly dysfunctional for today's lifestyle. So what we want to do is we want to change the dial to a new mode. Okay, from surviving to thriving. And that is what we're going to do today. So I'm going to be watching in the comments for engagement. I'll be going back and forth. You guys know as I go on riffs, and then we'll flow, okay? So let me make sure I can see your comments. Instagram, I'm not sure if I will be watching your comments. We'll see how much I can hold here, but possibly. So Instagram, you engage too if you would like. Okay, so how many of you have ever felt sensations or emotions that you couldn't control, that you couldn't let go of? Comment below, say yes, use an emoji, raise your hand. Yes, okay, right, this is familiar, right? This feels familiar. So we're consciously aware of things that exist, that we're experiencing. And you might even be consciously aware that it isn't serving you, right? Like I would be able to function a lot better if I had access to a different part of my mind that wasn't wired for survival. If I had access to creativity, logic, reasoning, even when I felt threat, even when there was legitimately a threat, if I could feel that I had access to those things, I could probably handle situations much better, right? How many times have we ever lost our shit and like snapped back into it after we did? We're like, whoa, who was that? That wasn't me. I don't know what that was, but it was life or death. Your body literally felt like it was going to die, and it did everything it could for survival. Okay. So you might even know what you need to be doing or should be doing to make it better, right? Just stop doing it. Have you guys ever had anyone just tell you, like, just stop doing it? Just stop having anxiety. You're like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll be on that. So you just can't bring yourself to do it, right? You know what you'd like to do. And it seems consciously like it should be simple to do it. Just be happy. I just saw that comment come through. Yep. Just don't think about it. Ah, yes. These are like nails on a chalkboard, right? So have you ever paid hundreds of thousands of dollars maybe, or attended hours and hours of training for mentors to tell you to do the things that you already know that you should be doing? You're like, yeah, thanks. Okay. Yes, I know I shouldn't be eating this, but I'm going to do it anyways. Or, you're telling yourself, I shouldn't be doing this. So who is yourself? When we say, I'm so mad at myself, I saw an Instagram comment, my husband, quit panicking. Yeah. Oh, men, especially when you talk with a lot of men. Yeah. Yep. I won't go. I'm trying not to do on too many tangents. We have so much to go over today, but you guys know I got stories on that. So I'm so mad at myself that I am so mad at myself. They're two different things, right? We're referring to two different things. We have I and we have myself. Before Archie, I didn't even realize this. I was like, isn't it the same? But they're two totally different worlds that speak totally very different languages. So just because I know what I should do doesn't mean that I can get myself to do it. Can anyone guess who I is and who the self is? If we're going to give one conscious and one unconscious, subconscious, the self runs the show. That's another hint that you know who self is now. The self runs the show. Many of you have been in this world for a long time. We've done a lot of subconscious work. Okay. I truly believe that this is the key for us to unlock that treasure chest within the subconscious. Okay. So consciously, I can have the greatest intentions for myself, changing the world, or just sticking with a healthy diet for more than one day. Wouldn't that be great? But if the hard drive or the pilot, so the self is not agreeing with where we're going, the one driving the plane, then we'll never reach the destination. Okay, I am the passenger and I desire tropical vacations, warm weather. But self, the pilot, is programmed to drive to Antarctica. Do you think I'm going to end up where I desire to be? Do you think I've packed the right attire for this vacation? Probably not. I'm learning to not pack so much baggage when I travel. Symbolic, right? I'm not prepared for a snowstorm when I'm going tropical. So my intention for today is to get you in the sun, okay? On the sand, on the beach, in the sand, sipping a pina colada or whatever it is for you that you enjoy in your tropical paradise of your choice, okay? So stick with me throughout this process. There's a method to the madness that I'm sharing with you today with these methods, okay? I'm speaking the language to your subconscious mind. For a long time, I had to feel like I was decoding RRT to be able to teach it because it worked so fast subconsciously for me, but I couldn't consciously comprehend what even the hell was going on, right? I'm like, you're telling me stories about bunnies and pilots and vacations and what the hell is going on? Trust me, okay? Just kind of lean back, enjoy the ride here, and allow me to share this journey with you, okay? You don't have to even really be consciously aware of like how it is all working, okay? Okay, so stick with me, okay? Even if it feels like it's a challenge or process to understanding these stories and the concepts, and your subconscious is going to receive the message. It's going to understand the assignment, okay? If everyone can give me an emoji below, tell me how excited you are. Perfect. Thumbs up. Yes. Yay. Yay. Awesome. So overall mission for today, I'm going to dissolve the pressure and the discomfort that you've been experiencing. Okay. This is a part of the release section. We're starting a new complete foundation for you to be able to then quantum leap to wherever it is you desire to be. Okay. So this is your breath of fresh air. Can we all take a moment? Take a breath in and let it go. Maybe even the shoulders relax a little bit on this. Okay, this energy can be potent and high. I'm gonna remind you once in a while to be connecting with the breath so we can be truly pulling it and embodying it within, okay? So today I'm gonna show you how to be your own wisest advisor and greatest healer. Okay, this is where you learn to win the game of life. So step one, here we go. Let's do this. I would like you to think of something that you desire to do or become. This can be general or specific. Maybe this is something that's been on your dream board for some time. Whatever it is, whatever comes to mind is perfect. Regardless of wherever it is that you desire to be, or do, or have, or experience, for some reason, or for many reasons, you've noticed that you've not been able to get yourself there. Okay? You have recognized what you don't like about where you were, right? So I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to let you guys just marinate in that for a second. This process, the power comes from the imagination, okay? So oftentimes when we listen to trainings, we're like, yeah, I'll visualize that later. It's going to be of value for you to do it now, okay? And so before this divine intervention, which is now taking place, you'd been feeling stuck in some place, maybe even lost or trapped, like a wild animal in a cage, okay? So what's coming in for me, for many of you, at the root of your desires, is this desire to just simply be happy, okay? To a profound, deep level, beyond material motivation. Maybe it's a desire for profound peace, like I was saying about mine, the ability to just be fully immersed in the present moment. Okay, so comment below if you would like to activate clarity and peace and more joy in your life. Okay, how would that feel for you? You guys on board for this activation? Wonderful. Yay! Let's do this. We're all done. That's it. You're there. Okay, so RRT perspective. Once again, you don't have to agree with what I'm saying. I'm not even saying it's true. This is just a lens that we're using for a little while, okay? It's just for fun. So the intention is that mine's only entertaining what has value, okay? This is the intention. This is the mission. Mine is only entertaining what has value. What has value? What does that even mean? What will be good to have done? Not good to do, but good to have done and possible to do. Being immersed in the energy of completion, good to have done. There are two parts to the mind. I began to slightly explain this, but we're going to go deeper. Okay, so we have the primal part of our mind, the subconscious mind. This works, same mind and nervous system as zebra. Okay, zebra is out in the wild. You and I are on a safari journey. Okay, we're on one of those cool tan Jeeps, and the sun is about to set, and we're pulling up to the watering hole because this is where you get to watch all the animals and all the action. Okay, and I'm like, holy shit, look at that. And the lion, or the zebra, was drinking from the watering hole peacefully, calmly. And all of a sudden the zebra started running. Why is zebra running? Why is zebra instantly going from one state to the next? Something's probably chasing it, right? And we look back and we see a lion. What is making zebra run? Can you guys comment below? Tell me what's making zebra run. Why is zebra running? Instinct, fear, fear. Yes, fear. What does fear do? Fear allows energy to go to the extremities to be able to run fast for a short amount of time. Have any of you felt like you've been running for a long time and not sure what from? So zebra is perfectly programmed to, when there is a threat, it runs. When the threat is gone, it stops. Nervous system goes right back to being cool as a cucumber. Okay. Some of you said lion is making zebra run. So let's shift this view. Why would lion's hungry. Lion doesn't want to waste his time all day long running after his food. He would love his food to be slow and sleepy. So I don't think it's lion. I think it's zebra's mind causing the action to take place. Instinct, yes, the programming, right? Okay, so we have this programming that is same as zebras, highly dysfunctional for today's lifestyle. When it is met with the other part of our mind, which is the conscious part of our mind. Okay, so evolved mind understands the difference between reality and imaginary. Subconscious mind doesn't, right? My father always said, what you fear, you draw to you. Absolutely. It's energy, it's frequency, right? That's working with the quantum field. So subconscious mind does not know the difference between reality or imaginary. If subconscious mind can imagine it, it believes that it is about to happen, is happening, or has just happened. It does not understand imaginary. It's like if it's there, right? So the mind's processor that links these two together can often become blocked. So if you were making a smoothie and you to it and you go to blend the smoothie and your blender makes that noise like something's stuck, you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna break my blender. Turn it off, open the top of the blender to inspect what's going on inside. You find the avocado pit somehow got inside the blender. Doesn't mean that the avocado pit is poisonous or there's anything wrong with the avocado pit. Doesn't mean the blender is broken if you caught it in time. It just means that you simply need to remove the avocado pit out of the blender to then blend your smoothie. So this is the image that we're going to use for the mind's processor and what is blocked in the mind's processor from allowing these two parts of the mind to be in sync together. We're going to remove the avocado pit. Okay? Remove the avocado pit. I saw a comment that says, can iPhone 8 mute your mic? I'm not sure what that means. I'm not the tech person to ask anything going on with tech. Okay, so imagine that you were asked to bake a wedding cake for someone, okay? And you're like, I don't bake, but I love these people and I will do this for them. Okay, so you spend weeks prepping and planning for this, spend months. You spend 5 hours making the frosting that's going to go on the cake. And the day has come and the cake is perfect. And you're so excited to share it with the bride and groom. And now it's reception time and they go to cut the cake, or they go to experience the cake. And someone's like, wow, we should have some candles on that cake. There should be some fire on that cake. And then all of a sudden, someone comes running into the reception, disrupting the entire wedding, screaming like someone's hair is on fire. And they have a long fire hydrant hose. Somehow the fire department was already here prepared, and they blast the entire cake with the hose. And your jaw drops to the floor like, what just happened? We were just trying to cut the cake. And the guy that came to in rescue saved the day. He's like, I heard someone say there was a fire. We're like, this isn't a birthday party with candles. This is a wedding cake. Someone was just joking around. Well, all I heard was fire. So subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between negatives or where you're projecting things. All it can read is what is, okay? And this mind's processor, the mind's processor's job is to take in inventory, take in information about what is going on around it, process it, and create a story about what's happening. Oftentimes, the story is not true, okay? Kind of like we need the fire department to rescue the bride and groom. Okay, not true. Not what's going on. Okay. Okay, so I want you to think of a feeling that you've been experiencing, something you've been experiencing recently. Maybe this is frustration, just pressure, fear, sadness, lack of motivation, whatever you would like to target today. Okay, I want you to think about it. Think about what your intention would be for it. And I want you to cause that feeling, everyone close your eyes, and cause that feeling for only 3 to 4 seconds, okay? Once you have done that, nod your head yes for me. Okay, now open your eyes. Everyone open your eyes. Open your eyes after you've caused that. Perfect, thank you. Look at me, we're done with that. Okay, thank you. Thank you, you guys have set your intention of what we're clearing and we're done with that. Thank you. Okay, next step. If you were to imagine a visual representation, not of the feeling, but of the blip, the glitch in the mind's processor that's causing this sensation, this emotion, okay? So in RRT world, what we believe, not what we believe, the lens that we use is that emotion has no other purpose, okay? There is nothing else to emotion other than it is the mind trying to get you to take an action, okay? It's perceiving a threat, believes there's something that you should be doing, and is trying to get you to do it, okay? That is emotion. Negative emotion. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna imagine a visual representation. This is the imagination. If I was to say a pink elephant in the room, that flash, right? That flash. We're not actually going to see a physical pink elephant in the room. You're just going to see like an image in the mind's eye, kind of like recalling a past memory, okay? So do you guys, when you have your image, comment below. So something to represent the sensation, the feeling, the glitch in the mind's processor. This could be like abstract art. I try and wait while you guys get yours before I make suggestions on what you could see. If you still aren't sure, it can be abstract art, like lots of lines, scribbles, can be finger paint, whatever comes to mind is perfect, okay? I see speed bump, ups and downs, like a heart monitor, orange fire, perfect. I was going to ask, is this more grayscale, black scale for you, or is there a color associated with it? So this is perfect. Black, messy, squiggly lines, wonderful. Okay, so mind is on board, mind completely understands where we're going and what we're doing here. Beautiful. Okay, this is called our baseline image. This is what we're going to use as our thermometer throughout our time together. Okay, so we're gonna remember these images for later. All right, wonderful. We're done with that. Now what I would like to do is share a more specific intention with you. So as our energies are coming together, I'm receiving downloads and getting more visuals and understanding of where I would like to help each of you shift, okay? Which might sound pretty crazy, but energy knows no time or space, right? So this is the image that I have for you, and I'd like to share that with you, if that's okay. Okay, so I see you as you are listening to this training, and you are noticing surges of energy coming into your body, the power returning to your body. Physically, your body might even feel lighter. Maybe you had tension or pain somewhere before this training, and now maybe it's gone or has significantly lessened. And mentally, you feel so clear and free and open. Okay, you're connected with creativity and just feeling this new fire, this sassiness to you. Okay, in the best way. Emotionally, you feel regulated and calm and at ease and confident. Okay, the posture of the body. Show me the stance for confident of a posture right now. I'm going to invite the breath in again. Beautiful. Look at these. I might even take up some space. So if you guys want to stretch out your arms and be like, yeah, like power stance, you can stand up, take up some space. I'm here to take up space. Okay? It's okay for me to take up space. Powerful. We're ready to move mountains. It's time for us to like dance with the universe. And my favorite saying right now is just flirt with life. Like, hey, 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 let's have some fun. Shit hits the fan. I'm like, can't wait to see where the universe is redirecting me. You'll get there. You'll get there. Okay, so what was once triggering you can no longer phase you. It's like you're observing from above. And mine is only entertaining what has value, which means what's possible to do and good to have done. Okay, so it might be fun. You might think it might be fun to eat a box of donuts. Might be fun while we're doing it. But will it feel good to have done once you're in the aftermath and you're looking down at this box, this empty box with just crumbs, and you finally like come back into your body, tune into your body and notice how uncomfortable you feel and how full you feel and heavy you feel. Okay, that feeling of regret just sinks in, realizing, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that, right? So when we're immersing ourselves in the energy of completion, when we're thinking about what will be good to have done, asking ourselves questions is going to help guide us, help us to become our own greatest, wisest advisor, and ultimately greatest healer. So questions are going to guide us to take action of what will be of highest good or value for you to do. So my question that I like to work with is, will this be good for me to have done? Okay. So there are some objections that are going on, whether you are aware of them or not, as I'm sharing these beautiful intentions with you. And I'm like, we're going to be free. We're going to be powerful. We're going to do whatever the hell we want, right? It's like, hell yes, 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 let's do this. But consciously might sound great. But we have another friend, our pilot. We would also like him to be on board so we can get our plane to the tropics, okay? So we need to have some chats with him, all right? We're going to talk about some common objections of why this hasn't happened and why you've been noticing that there's been resistance for whatever reason, okay? So the shoulds, we were talking about, I should not have done that, or this should not have happened. How many of us have things that we can think about that this shouldn't have happened? That should not have happened. Okay, from what people would call the past. Okay, the past. If I was to say, where is World War IV? Comment below and tell me where World War IV is. I will pause and breathe until someone comments for me. Great. Our minds. Wonderful. Wonderful. Our minds. World War IV, where is it? It doesn't exist, right? It does not exist. And if I was to ask you, where is World War II? What would you say? It doesn't exist. Remember, we're just playing with new lenses. Don't overthink this. The past does not exist. You can't touch it. feel it, reach it here in this moment. Therefore, there is nothing for you to do. It's gone, doesn't exist. Subconsciously, the pilot, the self, doesn't know the difference between imagining and reality, right? If it can imagine it, it thinks that it's real, and it believes that there's something that I can do about it. Okay? So then it proceeds to cause the sensations, the emotions to get me to take an action to do this, what I think should be done or should have been done, regardless of if it's even actually possible to do. Doesn't that sound silly? It's like poking a bear to move when it's like stuffed. There's no moving of this bear, right? It's a decor. Okay? So for example, my husband leaves for work. Comment says, a 90-year-old friend of mine said, whenever I'm stressing out, he said, in 50 years, none of this will matter. And I laughed my ass off. Exactly. What if, here's a different perspective. What if it doesn't even have to matter now? Can we be available for it? You get to decide what you're available for. I'm just here to make suggestions. Okay, so husband leaves for work, right? I'm here with the kids, the house, balancing my business, and I walk out into the kitchen and I notice he left his dirty bowl on the table. Okay, what happens? Mind processor starts creating stories, right? This is disrespectful. It would have taken 2 seconds to do this. What should have been done? The bowl should have been put inside the dishwasher. This is where the bowl belongs, even though it's clearly not there. Okay, it's not there. It's not even possible for my husband to move this bowl from the table to the dishwasher because he's not here. But mind is thinking, because I can imagine where it should be, what should have happened, it's now going to send sensations and emotions for me to take action to get my husband to move the effing bowl. Because I can imagine it. It's thinking of it. It's thinking that it can actually happen right now. It doesn't know the difference. Have you ever watched a movie where you're like so in it, you're jumping and you're crying and you're laughing and you're having all of these like responses as if the movie's real, you're in the movie, right? Okay. Mind thinks that it's going to get Chaz, my husband, to take care of this dish sitting on the counter, even though he's 1,200 miles away in Texas when I'm in Michigan with the bowl. We've come a long ways in the things of possibilities, but we're not there yet. We're not telepathically moving this bowl. It's not possible to do. So the things that should have been done, a should requires a could. For a should to be possible, there needs to be a could. It's the same coin. But if it couldn't happen, if it can't happen, if it's no longer here, not possible, there's no should. There's nothing that should happen or that should not have happened. Okay, here's the thing. It doesn't exist. It's not possible to do anything about what has been. Therefore, there's nothing that needs to be done. So I want everyone to take the breath. And when I'm suggesting taking a breath, what we're going to do, shoulders are going to be relaxed. Breath is going into the belly. It is not going into the chest or the throat. It's going into the belly. On the inhale, the belly is expanding. Oftentimes you'll notice when someone says, take a deep breath, no one's explaining how to properly breathe because we're all running around with dysfunctional breath that is actually triggering more fight or flight. So everyone that wants to teach breath work, please know the basics of breathing and teaching people how to breathe. There are 4 different dysfunctions. Everyone wants to go to the out-of-body experiences with breath, but if you don't have the foundations of breathing, okay, this is crucial. It's of value for you to know. And if you're training people or working with other people, or if you're in a breath class, this is a value to share if you're noticing something. On the inhale, oftentimes people's bellies will come in when you're asking them to breathe. It needs to be going out. expanding on the inhale. On the exhale, then it can contract, going into the belly, okay? Notice the difference. This might feel foreign to you if you're doing something different. I know before I was taught this, I was not breathing this way. Okay, so I want you to take that breath, send it into the belly. You're free to release the pressure of the shoulds and the should nots of the past. I want you to say out loud, there is nothing for me to do. Out loud, there is nothing for me to do. There's nothing that should be done. Beautiful. There's nothing that should be done. It doesn't exist. Have fun with it. Shrug your shoulders. It doesn't exist. Lean and give a wink. It doesn't exist. Speak sexy to me. It doesn't exist. I'm like having this image of the tattoo that says no regrets. That's what's popping in for me right now. No regrets. Okay? No regrets. This is how we establish that. No ink necessary. We're just stamping it. Okay, so again, once again, just a lens. Don't overcomplicate the things I'm having or saying. Let's just have some fun. Okay, we're just playing. So speaking of the past, talked about it not existing. Here's my story for this. You and I were walking down the street, and we noticed this guy on the corner a couple blocks that way, and he looks terrified. And we're like, you and I like to help people, of course. My circle, we're all a bunch of healers, right? We all like to better ourselves in the world, and we're like, do we need to help this guy? He's like freaking out, terrified out of his mind. What the hell is going on? And as we're walking closer to him, we notice that he's pulling something out of his pocket. So he shifts back and forth of like being calm, being the zebra drinking the water, and then the zebra being chased by a lion. He's pulling something out of his pocket and he's like freaking out, terrified. And as we're coming up to him, we notice we know this guy. We're like, that's Mark. Mark, what are you doing? Comment came through. I keep thinking of Mean Girls quote, the limit does not exist. I love it. Yeah. So as you guys are going through this process and we're working with subconscious symbols, metaphors, sayings, things are going to come through to you. Use these. These are tools aligned with your intention and activation. Okay. So that's perfect. Emily, that's something that you will be able to use and work with. I love it. And when we share those things, it inspires other people as well. So thank you so much for sharing that. So as we get up to Mark, we're like, Mark, what's going on? You look like you need help. And he's like, pulls it out of his pocket again and freaks out right in front of us. We're right here with him and he is freaking out. And he puts it back in his pocket and he's like, I just can't handle it. I just can't handle it. Handle what? And he pulls it out of his pocket. He's like, look. And we both look at each other. We're like, you see that it's a picture. And it's a picture of a rhino charging. Okay, charging at the image. And Mark's pulling it out and he's freaking out as if a rhino is actually charging him when he sees the image. And what do we say to Mark? Help me out. What are we going to say to Mark? Comment below. What are we going to say? What are we going to tell Mark? What are we going to tell someone that is terrified for their life when they're seeing an image? Exactly. We're going to say, Mark, it's not real. It's just a picture. It's just a picture. It's just an image. And that mind's processor has a glitch in it saying that it's real, that it's a perceived threat. It doesn't exist. I don't even think I need to explain the metaphor behind that. I think you guys are getting that, right? Just an image. What if it's all just an image? If it's not here right now, it's just an image, just a picture. Really gonna rock your world when I ask you if we can change the picture later. So mind is now closing all tabs on all shoulds, should nots, should have been different or should not have happened. This is to seal off energy leaks and restore more power in your body. Can you comment below and let me know if you're feeling any different since before you hopped on this training so far? If you are, comment below. If not, that's okay. Okay. And I will read your comments as you go. So at any point, if there's anything you're experiencing, please feel free to share. So let's go into this deeper. What about the really shitty stuff? The hard stuff? Okay? It shouldn't have happened. I feel more open. My heart is also not so heavy. Beautiful. Let's bless that baby wide open. Thank you for sharing. Here's my question that I want to ask you. Oh, Jessie says, always feel calmer listening to you. Hi, baby. I love you. I can feel your energy and your voice of our quality time together. So you just instantly gave me a shift too. I just feel more hopeful and calm. Beautiful. Perfect. Less tension in my jaw and neck. Yay. Wonderful. This is great, you guys. I have 37 more pages to go. I'm just kidding. We've only gone through 3 notes. No, seriously, you guys know how I roll. This could all just be training after training after training, especially with how much fun I have with it. So here's my question on the shitty hard stuff, quote unquote hard. Would it be okay for you to be okay? Regardless of what does or does not exist, or what image is or isn't there. Is it okay for you to be okay? I have reality meeting at 11. See you soon. Enjoy. Okay, what's required? What is required to be okay? If your intention, if your desire is to be okay, what would be required for that to happen? Many of us have spent decades trying to get to okay. Even with this highly dysfunctional nervous system that we're working with. It's a fucking miracle we're even alive, let alone, attempting to thrive here. But again, we've cracked the code. At this point, when I got to really look in the mirror for myself, I share this story because maybe it will be of value for you. If not, take what is going to serve you and leave the rest, okay? At my point of my deepest healing, when I found RRT, I had to get brutally honest with myself. Okay, I'd been doing wounded warrior healing with one of the greatest sorcery wizards for a long time, and there was still something missing. And I had to look in the mirror and realize it was me. Not necessarily me. That sounds like a lot of pressure, right? It wasn't me at all. But everyone was telling it was me, right? How many of you have gone to a healer and you're like, hi, this is someone tells you, this is what's going on. This is why it's going on. Okay, how do I fix it? Fix me now. That's why I'm here. And they're like, that is for you to figure out. That's how I felt with my before I found RT. It's like, I feel like I'm missing something for my people that I'm working with. There's a beauty in the journey, but can't we just move some quick shit right away? Please? Please give me the tools. So I realized that to call myself out, I was wearing my baggage like a badge of honor. My identity was wrapped up in it. If I let it go, who am I? Right? I feel safe and free. That's okay to let go of the past. I love it. Yay. So if I let it go, who am I? Right? This was like a full-blown identity crisis. I'm free to be something new. I receive my power back to become who I desire to be. I can evolve. I can shift. I'm lighter. The weight of the past is no longer holding me down. Time becomes quantified. It's not a linear timeline. But if you're so heavy, if your weight is so heavy, most likely can only function in linear. That's a That is a possibility available to you. There are infinite possibilities. But how do we hop timelines? How do we shapeshift? That's true shaman work. How do you shapeshift? How do you transform? How do you bend time? If I'm okay, does it make it what happened to me okay? Abso-fucking-lutely not. Nope. Not even gonna go there. If you're not okay with it, I'm not okay with it. But here's the deal. If I'm a doctor and a woman comes in with a broken arm from some asshole that she was dating for too long, or maybe just a couple days, and her arm's broken from it, I have the ability to fix her arm. And I'm like, let's do this. Guy's an asshole. Let's do this, right? Doesn't change if what happened to her was right or not. But she has the right to be okay. She has a right for her arm to be fixed. And then another doctor comes in and says, whoa, 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 whoa. You can't fix that. It's okay what happened to her. It's okay. Does it make sense for me to not fix her arm? Nope. I'm gonna fix that shit. Right? She's gonna fix it. So I want you to say it out loud if this resonates with you. It's okay for me to be okay. It's okay for me to be okay. And if I'm okay, does that mean that it's at someone else's expense? So here's another thing that we are working through right now. There's so much suffering in the world. Okay, and I've got it pretty good. I feel like an asshole wanting more, right? It feels greedy. I should just be grateful for what I have. It feels wrong. I'm talking to all of you big-hearted healers. It's wrong for me to want more. What if I want a bigger space, bigger house, more blessings? Is it wrong for me to want more with what I already have? I want more land. Is it okay for life to get better? Or am I not allowed to be happy because others are miserable? When you rise, we are a collective consciousness. Our energy is all mingling. When you rise, you give other people permission to rise too. Okay, the doomsday theme that's being blasted into all of us right now, the spells casted on us, we don't have to align with that as our reality. It's a curse. We can undo it. And it starts with it being okay for us to be okay. The ties, the weights, the chains of the past, they're now released. Doesn't exist. It's useless to entertain something that does not exist. There's no value in it. And mine is only entertaining what has value. So now I'd like you to imagine reaching into your pocket. Because physically, like reach into a fake pocket. I want you to act it out here. Reach into your fake pocket. Like, I stuff shit in my bra all the time. Like, reach into my bra. Grab something out. And it's a key. And then you can even, if your imagination is like so on point right now, you might even be able to see the key without closing your eyes. But if you were to close your eyes and if you were to imagine a key, what does it look like? Notice the key, notice the shape, the size, color, texture. It's unique. Decide if it's your key or if it's someone else's. It doesn't matter whose key it is. This key is the key that's going to unlock the chains or the cage. You can open your eyes. Imagine unlocking the chains or the cage. Put that key in. Wow, I just heard it click. The chains have fallen. The door to the cage is open. Taking a breath in, letting it go. How do you feel? Just notice how you feel. So if I have a room and I desire to create this magical space for people to come and nourish themselves and their mind, their body, their soul, and turning into like a yoga studio or retreat center, something magical. You walk in and it gives you goosebumps just being in the energy. Not that I've imagined this space or anything for quite some time. Maybe have candles lit and essential oils diffusing, soft lighting. Definitely not this ring light blaring in my face. There's a clear floor in the room, right, for people to get down and do their yoga and their flow. It would not be of value for me to store all my marketplace furniture deals, right? I really, really like getting my deals on my furniture. I gotta put them somewhere because they're for something coming. It would not be of value for me to store them into this room, this sanctuary that I'm creating, right? To the point where you can barely even see that there's a floor. Would it be of value for me to use this room as a multi-purpose and it be a daycare facility? In the same room that I'm creating the Zen with screaming babies and poopy diapers. Would that help me reach my intention? Would that be of value for me to do? Will that be good to have done? Probably not. Okay, so our intention is to assist both parts of the mind to be sync, right? We're removing the avocado pit, the glitch in the mind's processor, so they can partner and achieve the intentions and goals we have set for ourselves. We are sealing the energy leaks and restoring power to be clear and free, untriggerable. It's like you're looking from above and aware and have access to creativity, logic, reasoning, entertaining what has value, maybe even attaching pleasure to what has value and what will be good to have done. Okay. The pilot is navigating us to the Bahamas, not Alaska in the dead of winter. Agree? Sound great? Is that where the plane's going? Okay, comment below if you agree. Say, yes, I'm with you. Whatever you would like, definitely perfect, wonderful. That means that we have the same intention, purpose, vision. Our energies are coming together. We know what happens when our energies come together. It amplifies, brings more power, the transformation that's already underway. Let's have some fun with this. If you were to represent this power, this fuel for the transformation with these intentions that we have set, what color would you give this power? Comment below what color you would give the power. Green, is it light green or dark green? Purple, light purple, dark purple. World purple. Gold, is the gold sparkly? Or is it like a solid brick gold? Shiny, yes, like a light green, money green, vibrant yellow. Yes, I love it. Okay, wonderful. So we have our color. If you were to put a scent, it's 11:11 with that comment, Kristen. Aquamarine. If you were to put a scent for this power, this fuel, what scent? Light pink. I see Instagram coming through. Wonderful. What scent would you give this? Okay, rose, lavender, fresh cut grass, the beach. What scent? Floral, lavender, love it, wonderful. Okay, and the last thing, if you were to give it a wildlife form or something mystical, okay, something wild, something living out in the wild, nothing domesticated, okay? So an animal out in the wild, or maybe a bird or something that flies, or it could be mystical. What are you picking? Flowery, rich blue green with mint scent. Beautiful. I love the description. Fresh outdoor fragrance. Okay, we have a bear coming through. Beautiful. These are your power symbols. Wonderful. And oftentimes when I'm doing sessions, people are like, I don't know why I'm getting a frog. Or I don't know why. Don't overthink it. Whatever. I don't know why I'm getting a zebra with wings. Your subconscious knows. Okay, it works with these symbols, these metaphors. This is the different foreign language. Okay, it's like you're trying to learn, I don't know, French right now. We're not going to ask questions. We're just going to listen to the teacher. We're going to listen to the person who knows what they're doing. That's your mind. First thought was monkey. We're going with monkey. Morning dove, beautiful wild white unicorn. Wild horses running in an open field. When I read the wild horses running in an open field, a full visceral response in my body, chills went all the way down to my toes. Dolphin, I don't know why. There's a reason and it's perfect. Don't overthink it. Whatever mind comes will be perfect. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do now. I want you guys to get comfortable in your seat. Okay, comfortable? So we have the same intention, vision, purpose. We have our colors, we have our scents, and we have our wildlife form, mystical creature. Okay, so now I would like you to relax, shoulders relaxing, sit up tall, and eyes are going to be open. Eyes are open. Perfect. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the different exercise that we're going to do. First, I'm going to guide you. This might seem simple, especially if you've been working with breath work for quite some time. Just trust me. Okay. You might be thinking, what is this going to do? This might be all it takes. Okay. This might be all it takes. Okay, here we go. You're going to breathe in through the nose, holding at the top, pausing, and then letting it go out the mouth. Breathing back in through the nose, holding at the top, and letting it go. Go ahead and do that. Breathing in through the nose, eyes are open, hold at the top, and let it go. Wonderful. Now, I would like you to create, if you were to create an image for the word release, the term release. So it could be like a bow and arrow being stretched back and it's shooting in the sky. Or it can be blowing into a balloon and you either let the balloon go or it pops. Comment below and tell me what your release image is. It could be going into the water, diving head first, or just cleansing your body. Waves crashing. I knew I felt water somewhere. Waves crashing too. Yeah. This is what happens when we're all in the same container. Diving underwater. Okay, I love it. Perfect. We're all here for the cleansing and the yeah, I'm just imagining us like baptizing ourselves right now. Okay, perfect. Okay, so wonderful. Next, we're gonna go back to the breath exercise. Okay, breathing in through your nose. And as you're breathing in, recall the color for your power symbol, okay? And as you're breathing in, imagine that color filling up your body, holding at the top, seeing that color somewhere in your body. Maybe it's all the way filled, like your whole aura is already filled. Maybe it's just the heart, the stomach. Playing with the color, seeing the color. Maybe it's further away from you. Where's the color? And letting it go. Word release. Next, inhale, closing your eyes on the inhale. Holding at the top, imagining the color, and letting go. Release. On your next inhale, smelling the scent that you chose. The lavender, the fresh cut grass, whatever it may be. On your inhale, smelling the scent, letting go. Eyes stay closed. Next, inhale, either seeing the color or the smell. Holding at the top. When you hear the word release, imagining the image for release. Letting go. Release all the way down. Down. Release. Down. Beautiful. Marinating in this magic for a moment. Connecting to your breath in the stillness. Playing with these images. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back to me. Leaves falling from a tree was someone's image. A huge, beautiful bug. So in that deer energy. Fun. Love it, you guys. Wonderful. Okay, how do we feel? Comment below and tell me how we feel. Releasing a mounting dove at the edge of a cliff with waves crashing below. A morning dove. Yes. Ah, beautiful. Okay, should have fallen so we can relax. Shoulders have fallen in so we can relax. Beautiful. Tingly. Oh, I love the tingling. That is the power returning, the energy returning back to the body as the energy leaks are sealed. Okay, now, do you remember the image that we created in the very beginning? The first image that was created of the baseline, I said it was going to be our thermometer. Some of you had like abstract art, finger painting. Do you remember that image? Go back to that image and tell me if the image has changed. We also, eyes open, we also set an intention for we were clearing some type of sensation, emotion, a feeling. You can even see if you can recall that. Tell me how you feel. Many of you will not be able to access that. You are aware what it was, but it's no longer here. Come up below and tell me what you're experiencing. I can't access it. I'm aware of it. I can't reach it. Yes, I can't access it. I was just going to say I forgot. Yay! Wonderful. Mind is on board, has understood the assignment. The transformation is being embedded. Celebrate this. Wow. That was fast, you guys. Beautiful. We could be done here, but we can keep going too. Want to keep playing? Wonderful. Let's see what else we can move and shift. The fire image shifted to just embers and turned purple. Ah, your power color. Feeling since, right? That was your power color? Yeah. Ah, beautiful. Feeling of sensation is gone. Yay. Ah, this is so good. This is so much fun. Here's the beautiful thing. My intention is for you to find significant value in our time together. And this also being, you also being satisfied over time, which means this just keeps getting better and better. This is going to continue to upgrade and integrate. Okay, this is you updating the hardware, the software. You know how your computer is always like, hey, update. You're like, this is an update that you're like, hell yes, when you see it. You're like, yes, click, let's do this. Okay, you don't even have to plug your shit in because you are your own energy source. You are directly connected with source. No strings attached, no wires required. Someone quote me on that because I won't remember that. Send me that because that was my subconscious needing that image. Someone help me with that one. You guys know how I black out during all this. Thank you. Okay, so here we go. Let's go deeper. What do you feel or think is the biggest roadblock to people's success? Now we're just going to play, right? We're all cleared now, so let's just play. Let's go deeper. Let's see what else we can close and clear. Judgment, that your fear. Yes, fear, judgment. Yes, you guys. Yes. It feels like I just had a warm bath. I'm an erratic mess, but you're a music to my spirit. Thank you for your generosity, of your joy. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for a beautiful message. Negative self-talk, limiting beliefs. Okay, wonderful. So what are people afraid of? Is it fear of what will happen if I try? Are they afraid to fail? Is it afraid of what others might think? Or is it fear of what will come when they receive it? So is it the fear of as you're working toward it, or is it the fear of what could happen once you get it? Like fear of what will happen when you receive it. So, which is an interesting concept that I didn't think was there for me with my desires, but it was probably the deepest for me. So like a fear of more money means that I had to sacrifice more to get it. And my family is my top priority. So I need to make sure that I don't pursue opportunities because I could jeopardize my top priority. But what if pursuing your dreams actually made you better in all areas of life? It enhanced, amplified all areas of life. which this became my truth instead of it draining me and me wondering how by the end of the day I could ever possibly do all of my hats, wear all of my hats. I have learned to have more energy by the end of the day than when I woke up in the morning and started my day. Feeling better by the end of the day than I did at the beginning, or just as good. When you wake up setting these intentions, that's like the saying, are you gonna run today or is the day gonna run you? The power of intention. I'm not waiting to see what happens today to decide how I'm gonna feel. I'm gonna decide how I'm gonna feel the night before I go to bed or the morning I wake up. I'm running the show. Okay, what about money's evil? Money is an amplifier. It amplifies character. It shows the truth of who people are. This is why more money needs to be in the hands of good people so we can do more good in the world. Here's a lens, here's a view to play with. Okay, all that exists is here because we allow it to be true. None of it is external. Perception, your perception creates your reality. Okay. I have this letter from my grandma. My grandma passed away, and she was the love of my life. And every time I tell this story, it still happens, you guys. Damn it, a lot of you have heard this story. Okay. And this is the last letter that she wrote me before dementia got too strong. So we always shared letters back and forth. So what is this letter? What is this letter? Comment below and tell me what this letter is. It's love, right? It's hearts, it's love, it's power, it's memories, a piece of her heart, her encouragement on how to enjoy life. Yes, all these beautiful things, right? Okay, let's get simpler. It's what? Paper, right? Paper and ink. Paper. So it means something because I've given it meaning. If I gave you this, if you found this, what would you do with it? You'd probably put it in the trash, right? You're like, I don't know who this grandma is. I don't know where any of this is going. If you knew nothing about it, it's just a letter. So if I took this and I went like this to it and I ripped it up, how does that make you feel? Thinking that I could do that to this letter. Bad, right? Shattered. Okay, I'm gonna restore the energy. That was not a letter from grandma. Okay, not a letter. That was just a story. It's anxiousness, right? It was just a story. Okay, it was just a story. It just is. The paper just is. Everything just is. This crystal is just a crystal. My phone is just the phone. Everything around me in my environment, the things that I love, is just a story. It's a perception. It just is. It means nothing until I give it meaning. With RRT, I forgot to say this, you guys. I love you too, Jesse. With RRT, I forgot to say this. Mind is going to understand, implement, process. Transformation is going to be activated much quicker if you are not taking notes. Okay? I would suggest not taking notes and just being here, present. If it's mine is so smart. If it's written down, it knows that it does not need to embed it and remember it or use space for it. Have you ever like taken notes through a training you were so excited about and you went back and read the notes like a couple months later? You're like, who attended this training? It was not me. I don't remember this shit. Where'd this come from? Or you never go back to the notes. Just be here with me. Then why am I crying? You guys, I have done this exercise so many times and I still cry every time I do it. I get it. That's the power of the mind, right? Doesn't know the difference between imaginary or reality. Okay? I knew it was coming and I'm crying. So don't feel bad about getting upset about it. Let's all take our breath in. using our release image, reestablishing the potent energy. This is to give you power. Power. This is how we create worlds, you guys. This is how we move fucking mountains. The power is within you. It's not within anyone else. It's not some other healer. It's not even learning other techniques. It's just you. Trainings, certifications. Yes, this is great. The different lenses and views to use, but it's you. You. When mind is clear, you can move mountains and create worlds. Everything's just neutral. Okay, someone's yelling at you. You notice someone's being an asshole. Okay, they're yelling at you. What does it mean about you? Nothing. It means nothing about you. Right? Many of us have heard this before. Okay, easier said than done. Easier to implement, right? Or easier to know, but to embody can be difficult. If someone's an asshole, they're an asshole. It means nothing about you. Many of us are highly sensitive. This will be of value for you to entertain this idea and this concept. Many of you have heard this before, so let's take it deeper. Someone's nice to you. They think you are great. They adore you. Think you are just, they leave the nicest review ever of you, right? About your work, about something you did. Someone makes you feel special. What does it mean about you? It means nothing about you. This is observation without attachment that will end all suffering. So I share an idea with someone and they don't like it. They're like, why the hell would you do that? This is often the response I get. Fun story. Fun side note. I got to tour a facility where someone that is not in the spiritual world was trying to tell me about the spiritual benefits to this space. And he was so uncomfortable as he said it. I said, it's what? He's like, it's spiritual. I'm like, it's what? Like, I got to return the look that I usually get from what I'm sharing with people. And it was so fun to just be like, this is fun to have this lens, this different view. I'm like, oh, okay. Because it doesn't matter what I think about what he's saying. It doesn't matter what he's saying. You know, none of it matters, right? All that matters is internally what's going on. I know what he's trying to say. I'm just having fun with it. I'm like winking, like, I got you. I got you. You don't get me, but I get you. Okay, they don't like it. What does it mean about my idea? When I share my dream with someone and they crash it down, it means nothing. If it lights you up, it's for you. It's not meant to light someone else up. Why don't I get excited about computing calculations and complex formulas? I like numbers and math on a scale of money and business, but mixing formulas and chemistry and figuring out how long it takes me to get to the moon, my mind's probably not going to entertain that because it doesn't have value for me. Doesn't mean it's not of value to do that for someone that's going to the moon. It's not my thing. It's not part of my calling. It's not where my power is, right? Why entertain it? This is just another side note, like, example of why the school system is just so, right? We can all roll our eyes on this one. That feeling of excitement of something that excites me. It's for me. That's for me. That's my sign. We always say, that's my ding, right? It's not coincidence. It's not a figment of my imagination. There's context there. Okay, where are we at? We're at 11:32, of course, my numbers. We're going to go into a few more exercises, okay? So can you remember a time in the quote unquote past? I'm going to use some muggle terminology, right? RT, we wouldn't say past because it doesn't exist, but In the past, some would, most people, the other language that you would use when you're referring to something in the past as a quote unquote bad memory. When something happened, someone didn't approve of you, right? Okay, so comment below when you have this memory that comes to mind. Mine is pulling the perfect memory to mind. Okay? You can take a moment, close your eyes if you need to. Quote unquote bad memory. Or maybe it's a different type of bad memory. Something's pulling to mind perfect memory. Once you have it, just say got it. You don't have to explain what it is. Perfect. Got it. Got it. Okay, wonderful. Now, with this, what I would like you to do is I would like you to replay that memory in your mind. And I want you to turn this person into a cartoon character. Okay? Have fun with this. Some type of cartoon character, something silly. Like maybe The Simpsons come to mind. I'm very limited on cartoon characters right now, but Looney Tunes, something comes to mind. Turning that person into the cartoon character. And imagine this happening. Breathing in, letting it go. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Wonderful. When you look back on the bad memory, does it have as much power? Can you even take it seriously? Let's go deeper. If there's a negative charge when you think of something, it means that the tab is open, the experience is open, mind is thinking there's something that should be done. It's draining power and energy from you, okay? So it's causing the emotion, the sensation for you to take an action. We've talked about all of this, but I'm just going to repeat it. But it doesn't exist, right? It doesn't exist. There's nothing to do. Say there's nothing to do. Thank you, mind, for this unnecessary thought. That's a little different than, fuck, I shouldn't be thinking about this. This is ruining my life. Two very different approaches and energies, right? Damn it, why did I do that? It's very different than, thank you for that unnecessary thought. See the energy? Mind doesn't care what you're saying. Sorry about the language of the littles. Mind doesn't care about what you're saying, it's how you say it. You're fine, she's used to it. Okay. So a bad memory when I was little, for example, mind doesn't know the difference between imaginary and reality, right? So what if, again, just something to play with, what if we can change the past by inserting a new mental image? If it's just an image, doesn't really exist, do we have the power to change the image? Is it possible? So example, I have a bad memory from when I was little. I got in trouble because my caretakers, the adults in my life, did not approve of what I did. Okay, I felt the pressure. I felt a threat. And threat signals danger, right? Anger, jaw, bite hard, fear, losing ability to think creatively, logically, because we don't need access to that, to just breathe and run, right? That's all mind wants to entertain. That's where all the energy in the body is going to go. It's going to the limbs and speed up heart. Energy is going there, okay? It doesn't need you to be able to view flowers in a meadow when there's a wolf that's about to eat you. Okay, doesn't want you looking at the juicy, yummy carrots that you could snack on. Just wants to get away from wolf. So at this time when I was little, this was a true threat. Okay, it was truly life or death for me as a child, because my caretakers were the ones that fed me and kept a roof over my head. And mine's number one job is to keep me alive. It's not prioritizing thriving. or living my best life. It just wants me to live, to breathe, to make it. So there's a glitch in the mind's processor from this experience because it's still causing the activation, right? So you're continuing to conform and seek approval out of fear of dying as an adult when it's a perceived threat that's no longer there. Okay? It was a threat for survival that's no longer there. Mind is hardwired for survival. So let me check. Put your hands on your chest or fingers on your wrist. Check your pulse. See if you're breathing. Are you breathing? Yes. Okay, you're here. You're breathing. It's a effing miracle, but you're here. Okay? Despite all odds of all the craziness, you're here. Great. You made it. It's a miracle. You're here. You're alive and you're well. Tab can close. Taking a breath in, letting it go. Release, thinking the image, release. We can now prioritize optimal performance and move into thriving. Okay. There's so much more that I would like to go into with you guys. Okay. I could go on for hours and hours and hours. Another tool for this, if you're like, hey, how are we feeling on these? I'm pulling up that memory. Is it cleared with between the cartoon and changing? Let's talk about changing. I want to really hit this home. If we can recall it and mind can think it's real as the memory, can we recall it and imagine it being different? Can we imagine how we wish it would have been? Imagining it so clearly that you activate your senses with this imagination. What do you wish you would have felt? What do you wish you would have heard? What do you wish you would have seen? Playing with this. Doesn't mean it has to be true. Doesn't mean it has to be true. We're just playing. Creating a new image. Going through the breath. Inhale. Inhaling the scent or the color, holding at the top. Exhale, release. Okay. Another fun image for release is like swiping the apps closed on your phone, closing the tabs on your computer. Mind is registering this. Mind is understanding the assignment. This is how you speak to the primal part of your mind, where we're consciously like, hey, just stop thinking about that. Hey, let it go. Hey, it doesn't exist. Mind is understanding and registering now. These images are creating our power back into us. It's understanding there's no more wolves, there's no lions. It can entertain what has value. Okay. What's possible to do and what will be good to have done. Allowing the pressure, the pleasure, or the pressure to melt into pleasure. And for you to be attaching appeal and interest to what will be good to have done, what has value, allowing it to be easier to receive your desires. Okay. There's so much that we could go into, you guys. I want to just talk for hours and hours and hours. Just because it's how it had been, doesn't mean that it's how it has to be moving forward. Okay, mind avoids change of fear of unknown. So I'm miserable, but I'm alive. I know I'm settling, but I made it. It's like staying on a lifeboat dinghy in the ocean when someone has come by with a yacht for you. Why sit in coach when you can fly private? Okay. We have so many lessons that we could branch off into with manifestation and truly mastering and activating manifestations, where you bend time and quantum leap and go into higher timelines. There's so much that I want to share with you. And this is really exciting for me because these are all branches of where we can go in the future. Okay, so how are you guys feeling? Comment below. Let me know how you're feeling. Yay. Okay, so you have your symbols, your power is back into the body. You have your colors. These are all tools and things that you can work with. We could go on for a million more hours. Hi, you have now arrived. Okay, you are present. You are clear. Can it be Saturday now? Mixed bag of emotions. A lot has come up, right? Like, wow, what just happened? Good, getting hungry. I am too. Okay, creativity flowing, power restored. I have one more thing for you. I'd like to introduce you. This is new for all of you because the name's changed. To Trashy Aunt Tina. Okay? Trashy Aunt Tina. As I'm describing my version of her, you'll begin to imagine your version. Okay? This is my aunt who hangs out on her porch. Okay? And she's drinking really, does her job very well. Okay? She's a professional. She's smoking also. Does this extremely well. And she's cursing up a storm. This might be where my F words come from. Okay? She's got like rollers in her hair. And she wears her robe all hours of the day with some fuzzy slippers. And she gives 0 Fs. 0 Fs. 0 Fs are given. She doesn't care about what anyone thinks. Okay? Now, some of these qualities I really admire in this woman, right? I would like to have more of them in me. So now I'm going to act her out for you so you can meet her. Okay? But this is the rule. If I do this, that means you have to do this. Now, no one else is going to hear you, but I do want you speaking out loud, and I want you to get into character. Pretend like we're trying out for a $1 million, okay, where I'm like, America's Got Talent, but this is for acting, and you get $1 million if you nail this, okay? I'm going to get you out of your shell. We're breaking down these walls. We're going to have some fun and flirt with life a little bit here. Okay, so get into character. What does your Trashy Aunt Tina look like? What is her hair like? What is she doing? Is she drinking like out of the bottle of Boone's Farm? Does she have a 40, a 30 pack, a dirty 30? What's going on with her? Tell me. She's drinking Fireball out of the bottle? Like, what is going on with her? Comment below and tell me. Okay, let's get this image rolling here. This woman doesn't care at all. So she's chilling in her chair. So this is my enactment of her. Okay, she's chilling in her chair, and she's got this long cigarette, and she's got her bottle of Boone's Farm in the other hand, and she takes a swig, and she puts it down, and she takes a drag of her cigarette. She's got like this raspy voice, just like, fuck it. Now, it's your turn. And I want you to act real. And I want you to say, fuck it. Okay? And we can't end on any note other than this. Taking the breath in, doing whatever you want to do. Have some fun with it and speak it out loud, okay? Speak it out loud. I'm even taking it off gallery view for you. Perfect. Wonderful. Okay, this is just us having fun and playing with this. You guys can play with this more when we get off the training. It is something activating, empowering. What we're anchoring in is not caring so much about what other people think, letting it melt, allowing mind to entertain what has value, not what you should be doing, but what would be best to have done. When I see the piles of laundry all over the place, when I see all these things that I feel like I should be doing, what do I need? And how can I give that to myself? Okay, what should be done? What should I be entertaining? should I be entertaining other people's opinions about what I'm doing if they've never done it, or if they haven't done it the way that I want to do it? Probably not. Wouldn't be of value. Okay. Perfect. Wonderful. Yay. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. I do want to share with you. I'm so excited for this. Okay. We're going to shift gears. So I've been behind the scenes of creating an experience where you guys just got tastes of everything. If you're like, wow, where did we just go? What? I'm still here. I need to go there. We're going to deep dive into all of this. You just basically got to see the tree and all the branches that are going to be blooming. Okay. All the roots that are going to be diving into. So for the next 3 months, we're going to finish out the year and also go into the new year. If you celebrate the new year on January 1, I do the lunar calendar. So we're going into the lunar calendar for many different reasons. That's how I'm in sync. But basically what I do is when I'm creating containers and experiences, I share it, the opportunity to go into this container with us. Then we cocoon and hibernate. And I help you reach what goals you have and where you would like to be. Okay, we share many different things. It's a beautiful community coming together. It oftentimes feels like one-on-one coaching, but also being amplified because of the group container, the energy coming together of us being able to have the same intentions, purposes, the connections, all the things that are flowing in. Okay, I'm going to invite you to come play with me on this playground, basically. Okay, we're going to sit at the table together. We're going to feast on a buffet made by our personal private chefs. Okay, only the best of the best, right? You guys have been to a retreat with me. You get it. You get where we're going. So there are a few different options for this. So to be in this container, I wanted to be able to share this with you guys. So option 1 is the next online course experience. If you guys got in for the mystery offer, you were very smart to do that because now you get to see where we're going. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine 2 course experiences that have never been offered before, which means that you will be like this, what we just happened today. We went through so fast through different things, but you'll have the option to be engaging, asking questions, going deeper on wherever it is you need to go. Basically, you just got a hybrid taste of the different things, okay, that we go into in these experiences. If you were a part of Quantum, you got a taste of the beginning of where we're going. Okay, so it's going to be a 2 course experience combined into one. It's going to be called Press Play. So for those of you that have had a taste of Permission to Play, okay, Permission to Play, that is the first course that we'll be going through. So this is all about releasing anything that is holding you back from being able to look through these lenses and play with life, play the game of life. You're going to learn how to play it to the optimal level of where you would like to be. This is a lot of manifestation, universal laws, metaphysics, all the quantum leaping coming together. The second one is Paid to Play. Some of you know what's going on behind the scenes in many different avenues for me with my business and homes and all these things that are going on. I'm creating behind the scenes of these processes so you can see in real time what I do as I'm walking through this and how these things unfold. This is the dance with the universe. Okay, so it will also be how I've been able to create multiple 6-figure businesses. My first one was done in a way I would not recommend. It was done through the idea of success requiring sacrifice and working many, many hours and doing things that I share and talk about because that's was something of value for me to experience, to now be able to be in a totally different energy and container where I don't believe that I have to invest an insane amount of time to reach my goals and have the impact that I desire to have. Okay. So one of my favorite things to do is to help other people dream bigger, think outside the box, shift and change perceptions to help you be able to align with the reality that you desire to be experiencing. So if you're like, hey, I want to create this business, I have this idea, or I love what I do now, I love where I am, but I would just like to amplify it. I would like for something to shift. I would like me to feel more free in some way with what I'm doing, that would be that part. If you don't have any desire to create a business, that's fine. There's going to be so much value in the paid to play that you're going to be able to embody. Even if your passion right now, not only, but your passion, your mission in life right now is to be the best mother or the best father or the best spouse or the just rocking it in school right now, whatever that may be, I believe you will find significant value in what we're doing together. Okay. So this is like the ride together. I'm inviting you to get on this rocket ship and we're going to go to the moon, okay, with this private chef and a personal massage therapist. Like, what would be required for me to be in a rocket ship? Probably quite a few things. Okay. So for yesterday was crazy. I was supposed to get so much more done. So I believe the coupon code is for the next 48 hours for you to, I want to thank you guys for being here and being live with me and interacting with me. This really creates the magic of this training. So thank you, thank you, thank you. This is why I love being able to create courses live and why these next courses are going to be live. This energy is contagious and it is transformational, and it transfers on the replays as well because we got to do it in live time. Right? So thank you for being here. Thank you for investing your time with me. I hope you found significant value in it. And if you would like to move forward with being in a container like this to finish off the year and to start the year off, then the coupon codes are going to be available. I might just put them on the landing page. I was going to send an email out, but let's just make it as easy as possible on the landing page if you'd like to be a part of that. Okay, so for the next 48 hours, I believe that it's like 61% off. Didn't like the number for 60, so we did 61%. And then, so with the mystery offer, what happened was basically if you got in at the mystery offer, you can have full access to what I'm talking about. Okay, you trusted me, you're in. Okay, this mystery offer is now announced of what is taking place. So the price goes up as more details are released. Right now, it's very basic on the details. I've maybe even shared more of the vision than what's even on the landing page. So where that is, as more details are released and more time goes on, the coupon codes are going to go down. So it'll be 61% off, I think 48 hours, and then it goes to 50% and then 30%. Okay. I will have a special guest helping me with this. We're branching out. There are lots of fun things in store for this experience. I have goals and I have shit to do, okay? And I'm inviting everyone to come with me. We're gonna make some really fun things happen. And you'll get to be behind the scenes of all of it. And that's what's really magical. Manifesting courses, you guys have seen all of that as well. And I'm excited. So if you guys have questions, feel free to message me. Links will be available, and I'm looking forward to locking arms with you guys. Okay. So thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out and we will talk soon. Mwah. I'm gonna end the recording. I'll end Instagram in a minute.